wind at 320 degrees at 6, temperature 53, altimeter 3000.
People like you, organizations like RampCheck, I love you guys.
4, 5, 6, 7, down, ready now.
You are clear for takeoff runway 21 left. Winds are calm. Stand by for the retrans on uniform. It's showtime.
Where are we?
In a country that most people would struggle to find on a map. In a compound that few possess the courage to enter. Men from my previous life took the fight to our enemy. In that compound, they found men that pray 5 times a day for your destruction. Those praying men don't know me, they don't know you, and they don't know America. They don't understand our compassion, our freedoms, and our tolerance. I know it may seem as if some of those things are currently missing, but they remain at our core and always will. Those men don't care about your religious beliefs. They don't care about your political opinions. They don't care if you sit on the left or the right, liberal or conservative, pacifist or warrior. They don't care how much you believe in diversity, equality, or freedom of speech. They don't care. I'm sorry you've never felt the alarm bells ringing in your body, the combination of fear and adrenaline as you move towards the fight instead of running from it. I'm sorry you've never heard someone cry out for help or cried out for help yourself, relying on the courage of others to bring you home. I'm sorry you've never tasted the salt from your own tears as you stand at flag-draped coffins burying men you were humbled to call your friends. I don't wish those experiences on you. But I do wish you had them. If you had them, it would change the way you act. It would change the way you value. It would change the way you appreciate. You would become quick to open your eyes and slow to open your mouth. Most will never understand the sacrifice required to keep evil men like those from that distant compound away from our doorstep. But it would not hurt you to try and understand. It would not hurt you to take a moment to think of the relentless drain on family, friends, and loved ones that are left behind, sometimes for weeks, sometimes for months, sometimes for years, sometimes forever. Ideas are not protected by words. Paper and ink may outline the foundation and principles of this nation, but it is blood. Only blood. He went there for all of us, whether you loved or hated what he stood for. He went there to preserve the opportunity and privilege to believe, to be, and to become what we want. This country, every single person living inside of its borders and under the banner of its flag, owe that man. We owe that man everything. We owe him the respect that his sacrifice deserves. Saying thank you is not enough. We send our best and lose them in the fight against the worst evil this world has to offer. If you want to respect and honor their sacrifice, it needs to be more than words. You have to live it. Take a minute and look around. Soak it in. All of it. The good, the bad, and the ugly. You have the choice every day as to which category you want to be in which direction you want to move. You have that choice because the best among us, the best we ever had to offer, fought and bled and died for it. Don't ever forget that.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah. Ooh. How do you start the podcast after that?
I don't know, but I just figured it was a great Memorial Day message. On Monday, I can't believe I'm getting all choked up, for God's sake.
Shit, here we go.
I'm the worst. Garrett Cooper, the Apache pilot we had on the podcast a few weeks ago, sent me that. He texted that to me, and I just thought it was one of the greatest things that I've ever seen or heard. And since Memorial Day was just a few days ago, I felt, it was necessary for us to play it. So there you have it. Thanks again, Garrett. And thanks again to all the fallen soldiers, all their families. That's what Memorial Day is all about. So
Absolutely.
that's all I'm going to say, so I don't get more choked up.
No, you're good, and I don't want to leave you just talking and hanging, but after watching that, I hadn't seen that yet, and I did that on purpose because I kind of wanted to get a natural reaction. It was, it's difficult not to get choked up. Memorial Day, it really it makes you feel about this small because not in a bad way. It's just when he talks about just look around and think about those who have sacrificed, whether you agree with who he is or whatever, we owe these people that so selflessly serve so that we can live the lives we live. And it's really cool. Going on Memorial Day, I visited some relatives, dad and some others, and it's cool to see all the flags, the American flags out there, the military flags. And it's just really kind of humbling to see how many people actually serve. And, we're grateful. I'm grateful for everyone that puts their lives on the line so that, we can do what we do. So anyway, your turn, Tony.
Wow. So as you guys know, I am a veteran, and a lot of people get Veterans Day and Memorial Day confused. Veterans Day is honoring those who served, which is appropriate, of course. We want to thank you for your potential sacrifice, because when you join the military, you're prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice. That's with your life and spill your blood to defend your country and your countrymen and women, children, everybody. Whereas Memorial Day is there to memorialize those who actually made that ultimate sacrifice. The people that gave their lives in combat, whether it's as recently as to those troops that were lost in Afghanistan, or if you go all the way back to World War I, the Revolutionary War, the Civil War. You know, it's people. You look at the patriotism back then. You look at certain movies reflecting the times, and you've got people that are upset because they weren't accepted into the military and they couldn't participate in the war, or they faked their age on their application to enlist. You know, I think we need a little bit more of that patriotism in the world, from everybody. And I want to get back. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked, but from that time that I was actually in the military, I was never asked to make that ultimate sacrifice. I was never in that situation where that could potentially happen. Sure, training accidents happen all the time. I guess I could have been involved in something like that, but I was never in combat. And sometimes, I'm not saying always, but sometimes you think about it and you think about these people that made this ultimate sacrifice. It's almost like I feel ashamed I wasn't put in that situation so I could demonstrate my dedication to this country, or to the people of this country, the Constitution of this country. Anyway, I hope. There's a lot of shit going on in the military right now. Everybody knows it. Everybody can see it. It's sad what some of our military leaders are doing, and a lot of people are noticing that. A lot of veterans are noticing that, and I want to kind of bring up a quick article here that I found. It's how to honor our guardians of freedom, and it's a pretty long read. So I'll copy and I'll post the link. In fact, I'll do that right now. Let's see.
Thanks, brother. Hey, we were during all that. I think we were having a little bit of an audio difficulty.
Right.
So I don't know if I'm echoing or not. I know Wadman was listening and said that. So Wadman, send us a chat, or you can text me. Let me know how it's sounding. While Tony's doing that, we're all three together in one room tonight, but it's not a normal setup.
Here, we're gonna go behind the RampCheck curtain for a minute. Hey, brother.
So weird.
Isn't that bizarre? Oh man. Anyway,
Up a little higher.
Oh, a little higher. Okay, I didn't want to stand up.
Tony.
Okay,
there you go.
All right. Here's a picture of Aaron set up behind us.
What's that?
Yeah. So we're trying to. This is something new. It's the first time. If we're echoey, I'm really sorry. We're trying to figure out how to do the whole multiple microphones in studio thing. If you can bear with us. I know one thing that helps is if we speak closer and directly into the microphone, instead of being back like this. That one usually picks it up a little bit better. But so anyway,
and we'll post this link in the show notes too. It's not in there now,
yeah.
but we'll do that.
Yep, definitely. So what I wanted to, and like I said, it's a pretty long read, but I just want to read a couple things out of this. Like in the very beginning, every year Americans gather the last Sunday in May to commemorate the men and women who died in uniform, protecting our country and defending our liberties. But this may be the first Memorial Day in our history that, while our nation's veterans enjoy the company of their families and friends, they advised the younger generation against serving as they did. That's pretty amazing to me. We keep hearing from friends and colleagues, and maybe you've even seen veterans on social media discussing it. As one proud retired Marine pilot posted on Twitter, I come from a long line of veterans. Military service was encouraged even after Vietnam. Now, most global war on terror vets are actively discouraging their kids from enlisting. Interesting times ahead. His sentiments resonate with other global war on terror vets. As you, I came from a long line of military service dating back to the Revolution. I'm a GWAT, Global War on Terror guy, and starting about a year ago, have actively discouraged my kids from joining. It pains me to do it, but I can't in good faith encourage it. Same wrote another 10 generations end with me. What happened that made American vets feel this way about our armed forces? It's a really good read. We're going to post this link, but I think you should read it. It explains a lot of veterans' feelings about what's going on in the military today, whether it's having to deal with the endless wars. You look at Ukraine right now, you look at the agenda with that, you look at, the saber rattling in China and Taiwan. Just recently, the Chinese denied a visit requested by the United States to have our Secretary of Defense meet with theirs. You have Russia, if I don't say anything better myself. So, I mean, it's scary time. You look at the vax mandates that were going on with the military. There's a number of reasons I wouldn't encourage my own children to join the military right now, because are they really in the military to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States of America? Is that patriotism there anymore? Is that patriotism lost because of these awful leaders like Lloyd Austin and Mark Milley, who are more concerned about, sorry guys, fucking drag shows on military bases than they are about our current state of readiness? I mean, I honestly feel like part of this is because these veterans feel like the current military leadership does not have their backs.
Yeah. I mean, you bring up some good points, and it's hard to not even think of it that way, right? Just because of everything that's going on, everything that's happening in the world, as you mentioned. And I truly want to believe that the majority of us out there do have the patriotism that we share, we talk about. I never had a chance to serve. I knew, well, I shouldn't say I never had a chance. I never made the sacrifice and sign my name up, but
it's not for everybody.
Well, right, yeah. But the point I'm trying to make is I can really hear my echo, by the way. There we go. That's better. A lot was going through my head when you were saying that. It does seem that way, and I don't want to sit here and get on a soapbox, but I do want to believe that a lot of what we're being told and a lot of what we think maybe isn't really the truth. I think there's maybe more people out there that have that patriotism, and I have a deep patriotism for this country, and I gotta believe where if people like us have it, a lot out there have it as well. And I do think there are things happening and being done on purpose to discourage it. But at the same time, like, this country was founded on people with patriotism, and what their ultimate goal was and the ultimate sacrifice was is to have freedom. And nothing has been able to get in the way of that since 1776, and everybody that's tried has failed. So I believe whatever's going on, whatever's being attempted will fail, and it's because of the patriots in this country. So whether you're current military, former, a few days ago, all the ones that gave their lives, it's very humbling to think about, but I gotta believe that in the end will prevail. We mean patriots.
Fucking A, Bubba.
So I've got a thought on that, Ryan, too, but I just wanted to go back since we're live streaming. We can't edit this part out, but
Okay.
the echo, I'm sure it's coming from my mic, so I'm kind of muting in between when you guys are talking. I've tried to adjust a few settings, but I don't know. Are you guys getting an echo when I talk?
Yeah, we're still getting
little
it.
bit.
It's finding that sweet spot.
Yeah,
you know,
I know.
you-
I know.
Just right here.
But that's okay. I mean, if you guys want, you can always hit the M button on the keyboard and it'll mute you guys while I'm talking and back and forth. That's kind of what I've been doing.
Okay.
But you know, go into what, you know, Ryan and even what Tony was saying. You know, the great thing about our country is you do have the freedoms to basically do what you want. I mean, in you know, as long as you're not, you know, hurting anybody or breaking any laws or
Right.
anything like that. But you know, Tony mentioned, you know, the military, you know, has got some rough leadership right now. You know, they're focused on, you know, diversity, equity, inclusion, all that. And the thing about that is, like, you're free to live your life like that, and our freedoms were basically paid for by, you know, the blood of our veterans and, you know, that have passed. And it's frustrating because everybody, you know, it's a hard topic because, you know, I mean, I'm a patriot just like you guys. I mean, we love this country, we love our military, we support them.
Right.
And I don't know, you almost have to think, you know, I don't know if I would discourage somebody from joining the military. I would say join and just, you know, push for the, you know, the old school values and those type of things. And like Ryan was saying, I don't think what's being pushed right now is going to succeed. And I don't know. I don't really have much more to say other than that.
Yeah, well, you know, it's made a hard topic though. It is and it isn't. And it is because they, whoever you want to call they, deep state establishment, whatever, corrupt politicians, they've kind of made it so, hey, if you speak up, you're, you know, not a good person and you're racist, you're hateful, you're a bigot. But you know, it's getting to the point where it's like, screw that. And when I say screw that, what I mean is you just can't be afraid to speak the truth. The truth is always going to win in the end. So whether it's hard to speak the truth or hard not to speak the truth, it is so hard for me to have a day like Memorial Day. And I even had some self-reflection, like I'm not doing enough to, you know, honor the men and women in the military. I'm not doing enough. I need to do more. I need to support these people more. I need to support the military more because, you know, they're basically the reason we have what we have. So, yeah, it's a tough topic, but at the same time, we've gotten to a point in our society where it's a tough topic, but it shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you know, I'll add to that too. I mean, there's lots of ways, you know, to donate time and money to organizations that take care of families, you know, from soldiers that have, you know, died in action or, you know, died while serving. But you know, one of the things that I like to do, and I've spoken to you guys about it a lot, is if I'm at a convenience store or, you know, just out and about and I see somebody in uniform, and I do this with police officers, firefighters, you know, whoever, I'll pay for what they're buying there. I mean, I'll just say, hey, I got it. And sometimes they're kind of bashful about it. Sometimes they're like, oh, wait, what's going on here? Is, And I'm just like, no, I appreciate your service. Stay safe. I got it. And I think if more people did that, I definitely think it would show those that are serving that, the American people and the patriots, we have their back, regardless if they think their leaders have it or not. And, it's just a simple gesture, but I know it goes a long way. And I know if I was serving and somebody did that for me, I'd be a little blown away and really be humbled and appreciate it. So that's something we can all do every day. If you're out and about, see somebody in uniform, pick up their tab. Seriously.
Yep. And you could do it anonymously. You don't need to. They don't need to come up and thank you. You're not virtue signaling. You are showing your genuine appreciation for what they signed up to do and what they're doing. And anyway, yeah. So before we move on from Veterans Day, there's just a couple of things that I want to show. First off, you brought our attention to this, Ryan. You sent this to just Aaron and I.
Pissed me off.
So you guys notice anything about, don't read the trending searches. That's not what we're talking about. But
hey, one of them though, we're going to talk about the China C-19 aircraft. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead. Continue.
But
yeah, it's unbelievable.
Well, this was on Memorial Day that you sent this. Okay. Go ahead, Ryan.
So let me explain why I sent it. This is how myself and my brothers work. We're always sending each other messages and talking about things over text or whatever, and it's a lot of fun. But yeah, so get on my phone, look on Google, and we have a black and white Google banner, which I notice
where Google is actually just kind of grayed out.
And what I notice is I'm going to make a lot more efforts from here on out to not use Google anymore, because every other frickin' holiday during the year, not necessarily holiday, but months, anything to recognize anything, they change their banner.
Oh yeah.
But they can't even fucking do anything for Memorial Day. And it just pissed me off. The whole day it was like that. So I'm like, you know what? Done. I'm not gonna use them anymore.
Yep. And I'm not gonna dwell on this. But you know what tomorrow is, right?
Yeah. Well, how can we not?
Right.
I'm full
exactly
from all the I'm about to vomit from everything.
Tomorrow is the first day of Rainbows, Unicorns, and Chicks with Dicks month. I'm sorry. I had to go there. I apologize. No, but what I'm saying is you look at this for Memorial Day. You look at Google's logo. Guess what their logo is going to look like tomorrow? And it's going to be like from here on out. It's disgusting that they won't even recognize our veterans for one fucking day.
Agreed. Yeah. And
it just and this goes back to why wouldn't I recommend my children to join the service right now? Because I don't think the leaders have their back. I don't think that the media has their back. I don't think celebrities have their back. And they want everybody to think that these guys are evil. I mean, they might as well treat them like they were soldiers from Vietnam, which was disgusting how our veterans were treated. And Google, who is the largest, what am I trying to say, tech company there is, Alphabet, Google, they own YouTube, and who knows, maybe we'll get a strike for talking about this. Yeah, it'll be a fucking badge of honor. But the largest internet search engine, and they can't even for a day recognize the sacrifice that our men and women have made.
Well,
and that's upsetting to me.
And let me be clear. I'm not going to speak for you guys, but we know there are people within that community that support our veterans or are serving in the military or have given their life. That's not the point. The point is we're just showing how the lack of respect that some of these big tech companies have for our veterans, and it's bullshit.
Yep.
So
how hard would it have been to make the Google logo red, white, and blue? Let's see what the Google logo looks like today. Oh, yeah, it's just
their standard.
The different colors.
Yeah,
it's not grayed out. Anyway, it's sad. Anyway, okay.
Bullshit. Just say it for what it is. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
And this being an aviation podcast, we're big supporters of our military and our military aviation, and just is what it is.
How many of our pilots haven't made it home?
Yeah.
How many pilots did we lose in World War II, Vietnam, Korea?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, we owe everything we have to them, and everybody from all walks of life in this country owes everything to them. So, end of story.
Yep, absolutely. By the way, hey everybody, welcome to the RampCheck Podcast. I'm Tony.
I'm Aaron.
I'm Ryan.
We're a little late at the intro this time.
That was an emotional beginning.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I couldn't hold it together.
It was kind of tough and
important to share. So,
yep, dealing with some technical difficulties at this time. Again, the first time all three of us are in the same room together. There's Aaron behind us. Again,
for the live stream.
Right, for the live stream. Yes. Yep. And we'll try out different techniques and different things that happen and this and that. But anyway, don't forget the RampCheck Podcast is live every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. You can also catch the podcast. You can catch it also on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, and, of course, Rumble as well. And, of course, your favorite audio outlets as well for the audio version.
Absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, this whole live streaming thing, obviously, it's a little bit of a challenge at times.
Live streaming is hard.
Not really. I don't do anything.
I know, right?
I'm not the brains of the technical operation, that's for sure.
It's funny too because you guys are like your lighting is totally different than mine. I look orange, and then you guys are like got this white tone to it. And but what the hell? Who cares?
Yeah, just like anything else, we'll get better as
we're trying. God damn it!
Let's. Do you want to go to the next story? I think we should because it's also has to do with the military.
Yep, absolutely.
So this is coming from thedrive.com Warzone. Chinese J-16 seen headbutting U.S. RC-135 in cockpit video. The encounter between the Chinese J-16 flanker and the U.S. Air Force RC-135 rivet joint occurred over the South China Sea, and you can see this photo here. You can see the long nose of the RC-135. It's unmistakable. And then, of course, there's the J-16, which is basically a flanker copy.
That's close.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the crazy thing is, in the video, the RC-135 flies right through its wake turbulence. And we'll play the video here in a second, but I just wanted to read on here. The People's Liberation Army J-16 flanker multi-role fighter performed an unnecessarily aggressive maneuver close to a U.S. Air Force RC-135 surveillance plane over the South China Sea recently, according to the Pentagon. The incident is the latest in a string of encounters between the Chinese military and the United States and its allies in these hotly contested waters, with recent previous examples included a simulated attack on a U.S. Navy task group and a close proximity intercept of another RC-135 by a Chinese J-11 flanker fighter, both last December. So, you know, we just need to start sending those surveillance planes up with some freaking fighters, man. Throw a couple Raptors on the wingtips and let's see if that fucker will even come close. But
Yeah.
Right.
I know, right?
but here's the video real quick. There's no audio on this, but watch the cockpit just shake when it goes by.
So the
Look at
video's
that.
really choppy. It's only showing like every other frame.
Yeah, it's your,
Send me
it's
the
your
link to
internet.
that. Send me. I know, right? See, my internet over here is working fine.
Well, mine shows fine on this end too.
I
so
know.
I
Do me a
don't know.
favor. Send me the link in the private chat, and I'll put it up over here on my end.
Okay, will do. But anyway, it's just, I don't know, man. It's just these, you know, and it kind of goes into what we've been talking about is oh, you talking about, you just brought up a Wadman chat. Did I bring that up or did you?
I just did.
Okay. It got me confused. I just wanted to make sure that I sent that over okay to you. But anyway, I think the world's militaries are seeing us as a little weak right now with our leadership. And
Absolutely.
it's really unfortunate because somebody's going to get hurt or killed because of it. And you know, it really kind of pisses me off because it's, you know, if you look at the current leadership and you look at what happened like during Benghazi, it's kind of the same realm we're in right now. And I'm just afraid that, you know, our men and women in uniform aren't going to be backed up. And I hope that's not the case if it ever happens.
Well, it's concerning, isn't it? Because when I'm trying to think throughout my 43 years, you know, on this planet that I've ever seen a time where there's been so many international incidents, and maybe we just don't hear about them. And I've spoken on that before, but you know, it's almost like how many more incidents and how many things are going to happen where it's just slowly they're just testing the water, you know? Oh, I'm going to put my toe in. Oh, I'm going to put my foot in. Oh, I'm going to get halfway in. And then pretty soon it's like you keep doing things without any repercussions and they're just going to keep coming. So,
Right. I
mean,
totally
just
agree.
how reckless is it to do that? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
So I have the video now. So let's watch this and see here. I mean, that's close enough as it is.
Yeah, it's this.
Well, and then he pulls this
Right.
dick move.
Oh yeah, there's a cockpit. Yep. See the pilot shaking.
You know what they should have done is they should have just blasted that fucking pilot with all that freaking reconnaissance radar radiation and just freaking.
Oh, there's enough
dude.
radiation in that aircraft that that pilot would guarantee not to have any kids in
Exactly.
his future.
Exactly.
I mean, he'd probably land and his balls would be tingling and sizzling at the same time with all that electromagnetic energy.
And you know, it would be a little concerning if you were on that aircraft, right? Like, I mean, obviously they probably aren't thinking like it's gonna shoot at us or whatever, but like the climate in the world right now is like, you know, it's got to be in the back of their mind. Like, is he going to engage us? Yeah, maybe a small percentage. I mean,
Oh, sure.
I mean, it's yeah, that would freak me out a little bit.
Well, and when you go through somebody's wake turbulence like that, it can damage the aircraft. It can disrupt the airflow over the wing to cause a stall. It can cause a compressor stall in an engine or more. I mean, there's a lot of bad things that could have happened. Thank God they didn't.
It almost makes me think, boy, in a perfect world, you know, these all these aircraft would be armed with some AIM-9Xs, and you know, I mean, they don't even have to be pointing at the enemy for an AIM-9X to work. So,
Right.
they just have to be pointing the missile to it, and it'll. I mean, I don't know. It's really irritating.
At least it wasn't Russian, because they would have tried to dump fuel on it, right?
Yeah, or knock it out of the sky by hitting one of the engines with the aircraft. That's what happened to that Reaper.
Oh yeah, I remember it. Yep.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah, that's just kind of crazy.
Oh my God.
Oh, what is this world we're in right now?
I don't know, man.
Oh, anyway, I do have one story I'd like to share with you. This is coming from Sky News, about how the RAF is treating some of their pilots, and the pilots actually got some money in return because of this, which I thought was kind of interesting, and it's kind of funny at the same time. But I think it's time to introduce a new segment. What do you say, brothers? In this week's This is Bullshit.
Perfect.
What do you think? You like it?
Oh yeah.
The story and I'll let
Right.
you know.
You ready to okay, ready to see? Let's see if I can where is it? Oh, wrong one. Oh shit. Where did it go? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yep.
In Russia's backyard. These Typhoon jets patrol Estonia's skies on a mission to deter aggression. But back on the ground, anger is growing with the head of the Royal Air Force over a botched recruitment drive that's damaged morale and could have impacted capability. Sky News has seen emails exposing the pressure put on RAF recruitment officers to attract more women and ethnic minorities. One email dated the 19th of January 2021 from a squadron leader talked about selection boards for new recruits, saying they'd been predominantly white male heavy. I don't really need to see loads of useless white male pilots. Selection boards are how the RAF chooses candidates to start training courses and are a vital process to maintain the force's fighting strength.
Useless, huh?
But another email dated the 20th of January 2021 revealed, we've cancelled 2 boards next week due to them having no female, black, Asian and minority ethnic or priority branch on them. I've also been told by a source and via a Freedom of Information request that at least one white man officially complained he'd been unfairly disadvantaged by this kind of recruitment policy. As a white male, he'd been held back from joining a cyber training programme and missed out on a £5,000 bonus. The RAF has since found 30 other white men in a similar position.
That's a heavy bonus.
My source says they're all being paid £5,000, and there could be many other white men also impacted.
Good one.
UPS deliver that?
Could you imagine carrying around 5,000 pounds? Oh my God.
That's a lot of gold. That guy'd be a freaking multi-gazillionaire.
Exactly.
5,000 pounds of gold.
Yeah.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, that was this week's This is Bullshit.
Yeah. It's funny. The email says useless white males. Well,
yep. We're all useless.
Their country isn't speaking German today because of those useless white males in the cockpits of the aircraft.
Yep, exactly.
That doesn't sound very inclusive to people that look like me.
Or me.
Yeah. It goes back to what we've always said, guys.
Yeah, well,
doesn't matter your background, your ethnicity.
Right here.
If
Yep.
you are qualified and you want to serve your country, you should be able to, period. Yeah, exactly. Preppy 235. Lil Hess.
He gets it. He gets
Yeah.
it. It's good to see some of the youth,
That's right.
youth compared to us getting it. Yeah, absolutely should be. There should be nothing in your vision but who's the most qualified and who has patriotism for their country, who wants to serve, who wants dude, yeah. I mean, we've talked about this many times, and a story like that just proves how stupid things are out there, I guess.
Well, yeah. I mean, now she said in the video that they even like canceled the class because they couldn't get enough, or they didn't have any.
Well, useless white males.
They were all useless white males waiting around.
Could you imagine if that email included something useless, fill in the blank minority males?
Anything other than white male in it?
Could you imagine? Like, it would be... yeah.
Well, it would be all over the news.
Yeah.
It would be all over the news all day, every day.
It wouldn't be just some story out there. Yeah.
And
anyway.
And you guys, when we talk about this stuff, we know this is the aviation or the RampCheck podcast. It's about aviation. But we've told you before, when stupid shit in the world affects aviation, we're going to call it out.
Yep.
And that's exactly what we did. Are we done with the calling out? This is bullshit segment of the podcast today.
I hope so. Unfortunately, I think is a long road ahead of us with many of those stories.
Yeah, right.
It's okay.
Oh, good Lord. All right, Aaron, what you got for us next?
Okay, cool. So we'll stick on the military theme here, but we're going to talk about buffs for a second. This is coming from alert5.com. The first B-52H to get an ESA radar. Do you guys...
Speaking of pounds.
Yeah.
Is this radar inspired by Jar Jar Binks? ESA radar.
No. So in a significant step towards modernizing the B-52 fleet, a B-52 bomber from the 307th Bomb Wing has arrived at a Boeing facility in San Antonio to commence the installation of the Active Electronically Scanned Array, or ESA, radar system. This milestone marks the beginning of a crucial phase in the Air Force's B-52 radar modernization program. There's a beautiful buff right there. Love those. We saw those red flag this year. Gotta love them.
Yes.
The ESA radar, set to replace the outdated 1960s radar technology, brings forth a host of enhanced capabilities for the B-52 in higher threat areas. Colonel Luis Risqueta, senior material leader for the Air Force Life Cycle Management Center's B-52 program office, expressed excitement over the radar's arrival, stating, ESA will greatly increase the navigation targeting capabilities of the B-52. The cutting
I gotta say this as Jar Jar Binks. Here, scroll back to that.
Oh my gosh.
Where is it? Oh. ESA will greatly increase navigation and targeting capabilities of the B-52, honey.
Oh my. If anything, we're going to get a strike on YouTube for that.
First off, so this guy, Louis Rochetta, here, go scroll back down, brother. I need to read that really quick. So Louis Rochetta, his title is Air Force Life Cycle Management Center Office. Doesn't it sound to you like he's like the fitness center manager on base and not really associated with the B-52 program? I'm just saying.
Well,
kind of a weak title.
Yeah, it does say ... B-52 program office, so that,
Yeah, but that could be the fitness center for the B-52 crews. I don't know.
Okay. All right. I don't know where we're going with that, brother. But anyway, I'll continue.
I don't either.
I'll continue the article. The cutting edge ESA radar not only bolsters situational awareness, but also offers advanced navigation targeting abilities. Additionally, its adaptable design enables the integration of new capabilities through software modifications, ensuring the aircraft remains at the forefront of addressing future threats. Hashtag AIM9X. Just kidding. they're not going to put AIM-9X on those.
Yeah.
But you totally could with that ESA radar.
Keep pushing, brother.
The installation process is a collaborative effort between Boeing, the original equipment manufacturer, or OEM, for the B-52, and Raytheon, the selected radar supplier for the B-52 bomber radar modernization program. You know, the buffs, it doesn't say this in here, but the buffs are also, getting new engines. So it's going to be capable for decades to come. That'll be great to see those, but it'll be sad to see the smoky engines go away. But they can't maintain those original engines forever.
Right.
That's the problem.
You know, it's really cool. It's getting this ESA radar. But did our adversaries know that the radar capabilities on the B-52 was 1960s technology all this time?
I don't know.
Is that just a new revelation because it's getting a new system?
I don't know. I guess they're the original radars in those then, from when they built the H models. I don't know.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's cooler looking than a balloon.
And a little faster.
Yeah, so at least our spy stuff's cool.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, I just want to bring that up. We're starting to see the new modernized B-52, starting to happen with the radars and they're going to put some glass in the cockpits, which will be cool. New engines. I mean, those
it won't be nearly as windy in there now.
Oh my God. I'm talking to amateurs.
No, it's just Tony.
Thank God
Tony
we're
Khan.
finally getting glass.
What are the new engines going on? Like
they're over. So supposedly,
we may have talked about this before, but
yeah. You'll probably start seeing some of those re-engined buffs, like late, I don't know, 2030s, right around that time frame.
So, are the engines going to look like the current engines?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll pull up an article that shows them. They're actually a militarized business jet engine. So
okay, good. So it'll still have the same look, except
the same twin pods, same 8 engines.
Good.
Same 8 engine look, not the same 8 engines.
Good.
But
Yeah.
Are they the same engines that are on the newest Gulfstream business jets?
I believe so.
It wouldn't be a buff if it didn't have that look. So I'm asking the question because I don't remember last time we talked about it. What they were supposed to be, but a buff wouldn't be a buff if it had different engines.
Exactly. What?
Yeah, it's basically it's the Rolls Royce, like the BR 700 series of engine.
Good Lord, what was that?
Maybe
that meant you're correct, Darren. Did you hear that?
That was an
that
iPhone
loud
ding.
Yeah, that was
very loud.
That was crazy. That was super loud. Could you?
Yes, God.
What? We're podcasting here. What's the engine on the new 777X?
Oh, the
GE,
the 9X or something like that.
Yeah, the GE 9X. Could you imagine 8 of those bad boys on the B-52?
Yeah, right. I know, that'd be crazy.
There wouldn't be room for anything else.
I'm trying to find a photo of those, but I'm having an issue finding something. Let's see. All right, where are we at here? Come on, where's a photo of it? Here's one. I had to go to Eurasian Times to find it.
Well, at least it's a local publication.
Yeah.
Eurasian Times.
Eurasian Times.
Uranus Times.
Okay, so here we go.
Your bull.
There you go.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, those are badass looking.
They are. It's going to look pretty sick.
So Is it just me, or do they look shorter than the original ones?
No, I'm pretty sure. I mean, they had to maintain almost the same
Right.
configuration and footprint just so they didn't have to change any aerodynamics. They had to make sure that
Okay.
the wing would be able to, function as the original. But yeah, it's pretty sick. It'll be awesome to see those.
Little Hess checks in and says, we do love our B-52s. Love knowing they'll be in the sky for years to come. Yes, indeed. I am going to miss the smoke. But,
Amen, brother. Yeah,
yes,
me too.
But we still have plenty of opportunities to see them before they're all re-engined. So pretty awesome. Yeah. Cool.
I got another story here we can do real quick. I was actually going to, hey, Tony, actually bring... I'll tell you in the private chat. I'll go. No, you don't need to open that again. I'll go to this story. But
here, brother, do you want my phone? Just kidding.
Let's see. Hold on. I'm
the start of the show was so heavy. We need to make the last part of it a little bit lighter. So
yeah, I just sent you in the private chat, but anyway, I'm going to bring this up. So Wadman actually just reminded us of this one. This is coming from the 173rd Fighter Wing. The Kingsley F-15 removed from canal, water deemed safe for irrigation. Isn't it so funny in this modern time? The ridiculousness of everything's got to be, oh yeah, the military didn't do anything to the water or the air or this and that. It's like, for God's sakes, those jets and those pilots keep your fucking, like, keep you safe, protect you from the enemy. And I don't know. Anyway, God, we need to kind of move on from being frustrated. But anyway, Kingsley Field, Oregon.
It's therapeutic, brother. It's
yeah,
okay.
it kind of is therapeutic. A U.S. Air Force F-15D was removed from the Bureau of Reclamation Irrigation Canal at the south end of the runway at Kingsley Field in Klamath Falls, Oregon, today, May 26th, so a few days ago. I don't need to go on reading the story, but again, this pilot, whether I don't know if they ever released who it was, but anyway, balls or ovaries of steel, whoever rode that into the water. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, we talked about that last week, right?
We did, yeah.
He wrote it out. Yep. He wrote it out. He was training, right? Another pilot, I think. And we're like, I think we talked about how that wasn't probably that scary for him because he's used to flying with student pilots.
Yeah, exactly. And then
that's nothing.
Here's Wadman checking into update from last week. So we just ran the story, but yeah, he just reminded us of that. Yeah, that was sick. It's too bad that aircraft is probably never going to fly again, just because all the legacy Eagles, the C's and D's, are all being, retired or, put into museums, flown down to Davis Monthan, whatever. But yeah, they'll probably just use that for parts for the remaining F-15Ds out there. But anyway, so yeah, Tony's got the next story lined up real quick here.
I think we talked about this briefly last week.
We did.
According to the Drive, the B-1 bombers are taking over hypersonic testing from the B-52s. So that's pretty exciting. I love that picture too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did go over this.
We did talk about this a little bit. Yep. But
yeah.
yep, the B-1 bomber is set to become a key test bed for supporting U.S. Air Force hypersonic weapon development, according to Boeing. The company says a new external pylon design rated for payloads weighing up to 7,500 pounds will help the aircraft in this role. This all comes as the Air Force is pushing ahead with work on air-breathing hypersonic cruise missile. That just sounds scary in itself. Which is in part leveraging ongoing testings of Boeing's own experimental high fly 2 design. So here's a close-up picture, thanks to Josh Chang, the new
Yeah,
logo.
that's right. I remember we did kind of go through this story, didn't we? So
Talked a little bit.
it's my
Yeah,
bad. I forgot.
Because I
Isn't
yeah,
that
I
a
remember
money
that
shot
picture.
right there?
Yeah, it's a cool shot. I remember this picture, but I also remember the
Yeah.
picture of the
Yeah.
actual.
Yeah, the pylon.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I remember saying it was cool that they're finding other things to use the bone for.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
yeah, that's cool.
We got a Lil Hess loves the
More
bone.
No such thing as too much bone. That's for sure.
God, I'm so glad we're talking about airplanes.
We are for once.
Exactly.
Joke.
Yes, it was. Anyway, hey, speaking of bones, have we heard any news on Red Flag 23-3 yet? What some of the rumors are for aircraft, or is that guy still being investigated by the FBI?
I have not seen or heard anything. I can check his website right now.
Okay. Yep.
Um,
If not, we can always update everybody next week. So while Aaron's checking that, don't forget the RampCheck Podcast live streaming every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, right here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and of course on. Are we on Rumble this time, Aaron? Are we live on
no,
Rumble?
I still haven't figured out that
Still
issue.
working that out.
But
But you can always, as soon as the podcast ends,
Yeah.
you can catch that on Rumble as well. Audio version available on pretty much anywhere you get your audio podcasts. By the way, Taz checking in, badass. He's not biased at all. We know that, but yes, it is badass. I love to see one of those things fly off the rails. Oh yeah, a little local news story, huh? You wanna hit on that real quick, brother?
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna see if you could pull it up, but I forgot to before. But on Monday morning at Salt Lake Regional, which is that little airport I live right next to in West Jordan, Utah, where where the Apaches and the Black Sox fly in and out of. There was a small, it looks like a little Cherokee or an Arrow or something like that. There's a bunch of soccer fields on the south end of this airport.
Oh wow, this happened again, huh? It seems like once every couple years somebody makes a landing in that field.
Yep, and I've actually played and coached some soccer games just off the field this thing ended up in. But
I've pooped in that bathroom.
Yeah, so
just saying.
Aaron's right. Every now and then it seems like one of these little single engine, Archers, Warriors, whatever, Cessna 152, 172, like this happens, and thankfully there were no deaths or anything. They walked away. Obviously, the aircraft was damaged, ripped the gear off leading edge. Looks like it hit some trees there, but anyway, these things happen around an airport sometimes. So
did they say the cause yet? Did they say the cause yet?
Sorry, there you go. I can hear. Nope, they haven't yet. It was just kind of one of those things that it just happened and they reported on it, but they let's see, only a few people were at the complex at the time.
There you go.
It's ad.
Got a little ED ad for you,
brother. But
and that ED isn't for Edwards.
I'll just read.
Which part?
Well, no.
Oh,
that's not the story.
I was gonna say you were focused.
Oh, it just
all you've done is scrolled up and down, up and down.
Yeah, my God. Yeah, for those of you that get motion sickness, we're sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Let's exit out of that story now. I have a little it kind of reminded me. Okay, let's get rid of that story. Anyway, when I was working at Provo Municipal Airport, which is PVU down there in Utah County here in Provo, Utah, USA. Working the FBO, you monitor the radios, you kind of see what's going on. Well, it was like a slow Saturday evening, and you hear this pilot come over the radio, just like freaking out, like, "Oh my God, my airplane will not climb!" And an instructor got on. At that time there was no tower at Provo, so everything was the common traffic advisory frequency, CTAF, whatever you call it. I forget. I haven't worked at an airport for years. But anyway, an instructor got on and was kind of talking to this guy. He's like, well, are you having engine problems, or just going through a bunch of things that it could be. Well, the instructor got some binoculars, if I can recall, and was looking at the aircraft, and he could not climb. He was just flying, runway heading, heading towards over the water, the way that runway is situated by Utah Lake there.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Oh, did you guys just depart? Did you, and they're like, "Yeah, we just depart, whatever." And he's like, "Check your flaps." Because the pilot had actually departed on a hot day without any flap setting, and the aircraft could not climb. I mean, it got maybe 50 feet in the air, but then it just would not go anymore. And so he checked his flaps, set his flaps to, whatever it needed to be. And sure enough, that's what fixed it. And the aircraft, then they were able to climb and everything was safe. And the pilot was just like, "Oh, thank you so much." It was crazy.
Could you imagine if there was a inside the handbook of the aircraft, there was like an 800 technical support number to call? Thank you for calling Piper Archer Technical Support. My name is Hector. May I help you? Yes, sir. Is the propeller spinning?
Yeah, no, that wouldn't be good. That's yeah. But thank God there was an instructor on the ground listening to the radio at the time.
Wow. Yeah, I got the opportunity to work down at Provo. Aaron and I worked together for a little while down there, but this was my favorite part. The college down there had a flight school. Utah Valley. It was UVSC at the time, but Utah. And when we worked there, and we would carry the scanners, so we knew when something was coming in, and the flight school had all the katanas. And this was my favorite thing of all time to hear. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick impression. All right, so I'm in a van listening to the scanner, and you hear,
"In a van up by the river,
Provo traffic, this is Katana 991 Charlie Tank." With information. What's that? Yeah.
Linda.
Oh, taxiing to position. Or you would hear Katana 991 Charlie Tango turning left base for one way, blah blah, and then you'd hear there was a jet coming in who was clearly on
final or something
in front, and then you hear, "Well, we're on a go around runway," and it's just like,
oh yeah.
My school was hilarious working at the airport, but good
times.
Yeah.
Taz confirmed CTAF frequency, and I'm sure he's got plenty of radio chatter that he's heard and stuff. But I'm pretty sure Taz's flight students are well versed in radio communications before they go up, so he's not having to whisper in their ear, "Make sure you say go around." But anyway.
Or one other thing I want to share is when a microburst storm would come through, and that Katana is landing in like a 30-mile-an-hour headwind, and it touches down and stops on the runway immediately.
Oh, dude, I've seen that too.
This little rollout.
It's all and it's on the number still.
Yeah, that's really funny. I know they actually had to back taxi back onto the runway because Anyway, that's funny.
Good times.
But
that's awesome.
Anyway, Well, do you guys have any more stories? We're just over an hour, almost an hour and 10 minutes on this. We can go for our last segment, or
Yeah, and our last segment, Instagrams we follow. Is that where we're going?
Yeah, that's becoming my new favorite segment.
I know, seriously. Okay, Taz laughing at that. Yeah, that's pretty good. But anyway,
Taz, in order to be an instructor pilot, though, man, you got to have balls of steel.
Yeah,
totally.
I would imagine it's scarier to be in the cockpit of a single engine like a katana. It's got to be scarier to be in a katana with a brand new flight student than it is flying into combat in a B-1.
Do you know,
it's got to be.
Not just down there, even in Salt Lake. Do you know how many times I was working the ramp and I hear this loud brrr, and someone ground looped an aircraft? I think that's what it's called, Taz, right? Where they touch down and it does a quick 180. That's
ground
called
loop.
Right?
Yeah.
Anyway, Aaron, let's go. Let's go.
All right,
to our
last
next
segment. This what did we call it last week? It's
Tony, I think.
Instagram stories of the accounts we follow segment.
That's way too fucking long.
Okay, I got to start the lounge music though. Remember?
Okay.
Oh, got an organ going.
It's our groove.
Okay, here we go.
Do you want me to pull up that cock ring picture again? Never mind.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Okay, first is Sammy. She's awesome. All right, look at that with the F-15 tattoo and everything. There she goes, wearing an outfit of the day instead of just out on the range. Okay, all blue 702. Like a ramp shot at an airport. Trophy pilot is obviously traveling. Looks like we have a mojito there.
It's a nice, tasty looking mojito.
Wells Fargo said Zach Bryant. I think my daughter Bryn actually just went and saw Zach Bryant in Phoenix.
Zach Bryan, not
Oh,
Brian.
Zach Bryan. Sorry.
So who's Zach Bryan?
It's country, so you probably don't know.
I wouldn't know it.
Yeah. More travel photos. Oops. Accidentally hit forward. New post by Hunter Spots. He's actually a local Utah little AVGEEK spotter.
Warthog Wednesday.
Nice.
There you go. Oh, from our sister Lisa. I feel everything very deeply. Really? Yes. Okay, I missed that. Should we go back? Let's go back.
Go back.
How does that work? Really? Yes. What? Funny.
Okay.
Sidewinder Images. We hung out with him at Red Flag 23-1. Nice F-15 Eagle shot there. Oh yeah, check that out.
Beautiful. That's a sweet ass.
Airfighters Academy. He looks like
The
he
F-15
reposted that.
looks much better not in a canal, by the way.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's an
F-22. Oh yeah, check that out. Look at the vape on that F-15.
Talking about the one before that, Tony.
All right, there you go. Sidewinder Images, P3. Nice. Yep, save the date. Sharpshooters deactivation ceremony. That's too bad. Okay, so Lumpy Luff with the moon shot. There you go. Welcome to Paradise, Casey Base Camp Aerodrome. Casey Aero Adventures.
Oh, nice.
Looks nice there.
At Alaska, maybe?
I don't know. And then what do we got? CDJ Morgan. Looks like a good sandwich there. She's always running. She actually has one of our hoodies we sent her.
Oh, yes.
Seafood. Let's see. All kinds of stuff going on there. All right, just live photos. Reno bound in 35 hours. Let's see.
Nothing like planning ahead.
Nice.
Are you sure you want to enter the pleasure room? Yes, take me. They go to the hangar. That's funny. Getting ready for show in August.
Nice.
Historic Wendover Field. That's right. If you live in Utah, Nevada, or Idaho, check out the Wendover little air show they're doing next.
We might have to put that on our calendar, brothers. It's been a while.
For sure. Let's see. Owen Aviation talking about college football. Miss Mayhem story is no longer available. Well, that's too bad. Are you going to go plant shopping with marriage? I don't know. Me getting ready for another day of unconditional motherly love. Oh, God.
So true. I bet.
It's funny. Busy, man, shit to do in laundry. I need laundry as well. Okay. Let's see here. All right, let's get to some more.
Hey.
Hell on Wheels. Look at that. Fan, beard. What did it say? Fan, beard, and broadhead. Hell on Wheels. He lives here in Utah. Aviation Collective. Nice Viper there. Finding Nemo was released May 30th, 2003, 23 years ago. Studs. Let's see. F-15E. What type of graphics card do you run on your DCS? Okay. I don't know.
That just made me feel old.
Here's
Finding Nemo.
Santos.
Nice.
Vegas photographer got a nice strike eagle shot there. An owl ate a rabbit in front of my yard last night. That's dope. That's dope, driver. How about it?
How about that owl?
Damn, look at that. That's pretty sick. Oh, that's disgusting. What is that? The crawfish got out. He must be he's reposting this video. Uncle Bubblegum. That's funny.
Yeah.
And there he goes. Dope driver always got to be posting the basketball.
Hey, that's the dream.
That's right.
Walk like a Nigerian.
Now, these clips were back when the NBA was awesome.
Yes, I agree.
Totally.
Another day in GA.
Remember that song I just sang? Someone wrote a song about walk like a Nigerian because Akeem Olajuwon traveled all the time.
Oh, yeah. Seriously. Oh, yeah. Check that out. Dope posting that 757 with winglets. 388th fighter wing. All right, cool. Yeah, they were just down in Miami actually and did the air show down there. That's Bayo there flying F-35. Sick. More tech shop photos. May recap on to June. All right, cool. Okay, new post, Florida Afterburner Images. We also hung out with him too. 23-1. Look at that vape cone on that bone.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
And then he's into video games. Just kidding. If you got a problem with me, find out what to say. Threatening someone's What? Someone's family is never okay and not be tolerated. Weird.
Agreed.
Yeah,
okay.
That's weird.
Guess something happened there. Backstory.
Yeah. That's a random photo. Some dude riding his bike at night. Keep him flying. All right. You remember Kip used to be here with the F-35 demo team.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, we've all met him. He's a good dude. Let's see. The hula cowgirl can't sleep. Well, we're sorry about that. Maybe you shouldn't be posting on Instagram at night, and you probably would be able
Well,
to.
it looked dark enough in her last post. Why shouldn't you be able to sleep?
And then her fish. All right. Okay. We'll just do a couple more, and then we'll...
All right. Sounds good.
Someone... That's funny. Power bowls.
On point.
Le Mans.
There's some random shit on here.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Third time. Hey, that's a 7. That's an A330 in Salt Lake.
I was gonna say it looked just like Salt Lake.
Yeah, that is.
Beauty, eh?
It's like 3-4 left. Nasty cold. Oh yeah, Phantom in the navy blue angel colors.
Oh,
nice.
One of my absolute favorites.
Yeah, that's sick. All right, one more account. Bottle FJO. Hazy Sunsets, Fort Worth, Texas.
It's a beautiful sunset.
Bottle Yo.
All right, brothers. That's enough for
That was good.
Instagram stories from the accounts we follow.
That's
Like
too
it.
long.
Follow a lot of people. Hey, I could look at those
Oh,
for
yeah.
a long time.
No, I mean the title.
Oh,
Just the title. It's just me. So, yeah.
you're out of the picture. Where
So
you going, brother?
Well, it crops us because I
there
can't
we
get
go.
us out of full
Taz is chiming in again. LOL, I'm used to it by now. I've come closer to death in a SEL. What is an SEL, Taz? Am I missing something? Brothers, do you guys know?
SEL.
The Mercedes-Benz 500 SEL. I drove one of those on the Autobahn in Germany.
Nice.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
not what
Thiemann checking in. Matt, my favorite is Moose Monday. There you go.
Dude! What's up, Mr. Thiemann?
Moose
Moose
Monday.
Monday.
Very nice. And okay, this will test your if you're an AVGEEK or not. Do you guys know what aircraft is nicknamed the Moose? You're gonna really fail me if you guys know this one.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Do I need to get the Jeopardy music going? Because I don't have it queued up.
How
Yeah.
about a hint?
It has 4 engines and a T-tail.
And the T-tail?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, C-141?
Nope.
Damn.
And Lil Hess got it right. The C-17. That's right. Good job, Lil Hess.
That was on the tip of my tongue.
It's
Yeah, right.
it's just moose, right? It's not moose knuckle.
Dude!
God, it's just Moose.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, I think that's it for the live stream.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I got to share this really quick.
What do we got?
Just
Oh my God! There you
our
go.
answer.
The Moose.
That's a terrible Photoshop. I don't know who did that. Anyway.
Oh my! Oh my!
Oh, goodness.
What is the C-141 called?
The Starlifter.
Starlifter, that's right. Damn. I
Yep.
missed that aircraft.
I flew in one.
Yep.
Well-
I flew in a Starlifter from Salt Lake International to Miami.
Really?
Cool
I've
aircraft.
flagged in and out C-141s at Phoenix Mesa Gateway back before they retired them in the early 2000s.
Yeah, I wish they hadn't retired those. That's a cool looking and a cool sounding aircraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It was-
mean, it was extremely inefficient, with the newer
Well, of course
aircraft,
it
but-
was.
Yeah,
All of them
gotta
from
love
back
the
then were.
C-141.
Yep.
Absolutely. Really quick before we go, don't forget it. Don't forget it. Don't forget
You're
it
still
to
talking
visit.
like Jar Jar.
Isa. www.rampcheckglobal.com. That'll take you over to the Ramp Swag store. Lots of cool stuff in the Ramp Swag store. Make sure you go and get you some swag. 4th of July is now just a few weeks away. So I would get on there. There's some really cool patriotic looking Ramp Swag on there. And hats, t-shirts, hoodies. Aaron, you want to chime in?
Yeah. I mean, basically, we've got all types of summer apparel as well. Obviously, we got some good hats. Let's see here. Let's go with the swimwear. Obviously, we've got some great
Love the swimwear.
aviation themed swimwear, remove before flight swimwear. We've got the aircraft. This is always a cool one. It's got all the bombers on it, and it even has a B-21 Raider in there. So,
Hell yeah.
we've got it totally updated. And the cool thing is all these items that, we designed all of these. So supporting a good cause, that would be us. and our
Absolutely.
AVGEEKery.
Cause.
You know, it's not only just purchasing it, and obviously the money to purchase it, goes to help us, bring coverage and share our passion with everybody. But keeps the designs coming. We try to provide somewhat fresh designs often. So yeah, Matt Wadman, the new shirts look amazing. Thanks, dude. These I love this. I love the freedom through superior air power shirts.
Yes, those are some of my favorites, these new designs.
Yeah, these are sick. So anyway, yeah, pick up some ramp swag. Let's see, what else do we got here? Oh yeah, some kick-ass stickers. As a matter of fact, here, I'll show you this. So this sticker here, the F-35 sticker, this is taken from a photo that we did at Red Flag 23. Was it the 23-2, right? It was the last one.
-2, right?
Anyway, check that out. That's a sick sticker.
That is badass.
Yeah. So anyway, and the cool thing is
Zoom in on this, eh? 3B
for beer or whatever he says.
3Bs and it looks good.
And it looks good, eh? But anyway, yeah. Those stickers are pretty sick. So, and those are all weather stickers too. So you can put them on your car or inside, on a water bottle. Yeah, and they're really good quality, really thick. They should last for years. So anyway, so that's it from the Ramp Swag store tonight.
Excellent. Well, thank you again. Don't forget to go to the Ramp Swag store and, of course, the RampCheck Podcast live stream every single Wednesday evening, 7 p.m., right here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and, of course, once we work out the technical bugs, which we never have, we'll be live streaming again on Rumble. Thank you again for watching the RampCheck Podcast. And hold on a second. Hey, Aaron.
What's
Thanks for joining us. This is our makeshift studio.
I think Tony set the studio up like this just so he could do that. He seems to just love
this
doing
is so much fun. All right. Okay, goodbye, brother. For the RampCheck Podcast, I'm Tony.
I'm Aaron.
And I'm Ryan. Good day.